talking to one of the winners from Shopify Rebellion, RTZ, the A God himself. Good sir, congratulations on a pretty stellar game. So talk to us about what's the mood in the camp right now, Shopify Rebellion. Obviously, y'all are pretty clearly going to win the region if things continue as they are. So how do you avoid becoming complacent? Who's the one that's like making sure everybody keeps their minds in the game?
Well, we scrim a lot of European teams, so we get smashed every now and then, so that keeps us in check, you know? So, I mean, yeah, we just keep working hard and focusing on improving.
Speaking of actually some of these European teams, we heard as well from Zai and from just like Blitz in the Liquid camp that you all do scrim a lot of these European teams. Can you tell us about some of the things, if you're allowed to reveal, of course, that you feel you've learned from Europe that you wouldn't have been able to learn from NA?
I think there's a lot of differences of heroes. Like the meta heroes in Europe are a lot different than NA. So when we scrim NA teams or SA teams, it's a lot of a different game, even like down to the laning phase. Like regions lane very different. So it's kind of like, kind of have to adjust in some ways. Just Europe is kind of ahead in every way compared to NA and SA, I think. So it's a pretty big difference.
All right, congrats on your win, RTZ. I wanted to ask you something about coming into this this tour one of the start of the DPC year. Have you made any changes to your pre-game rituals, like consider streaming, opening the RTZ stream, but you end up playing pubs?
I have a plan to stream, but we've been scrimming quite a lot, so I've been kind of tired after the scrims, so I don't really feel like streaming, but I had planned to stream a lot.
All right.
But maybe I will after the season ends.
We'll have to live in anticipation for that one. And kind of leading away from there, your path as a player, talking about your player growth, do you feel like you still have some of the same strengths of the young R Tour, or have you brought something new along?
Oh, I think I improved a lot. Like when I watch some old replays or some old games from TI on like when I was like 2015 games, I feel like I played like shit. So it's always good to be able to look back and say like, wow, I was dog shit, So I feel I'm improving every year and every day, to be honest. So I still have lots to learn, I think.
All right.
Yo, what's good? 2015 was a good year for Dota, though, I must say.
It's true, it was.
But anyway, you already talked a little about Europe. Have you guys considered, like, swapping to the regions, like going from NA to Europe? Since it is, like, you'll probably get better if you play there, right? What keeps you in NA?
Loyalty to the region, Beer.
All right, there you go.
You have to stay loyal to NA.
All right, so what's your mantra for like this year? Like, what's gonna make this year different for you? What are you gonna change to like reach your goals?
Okay, that's a pretty good question. Let me think.
Thank you.
I think I'm just gonna try to view things with an open mind, because like I feel before, a couple of years ago, I was very restricted in my viewing like of things. Especially now, I feel Dota is a lot of how you play as a team, and a lot of things can really work in the end. So I've been having a very more open-minded approach to things, as opposed to before, I would say. So I feel like a lot more interested to try new heroes like Pudge and all these things. So, yeah.
I mean, speaking of the way that the big game has changed, it's become a lot more team-orientated. One of the things that Shopify Rebellion and just any teams that you've been on for a while has been very good at the laning phase aspect of the game. So I've been very interested about this, right? Is that something that you as a squad deliberately practice to make sure that you're the best at? Or does it just happen to fall into place because you're just all that mechanically good at the game in the earlier portions?
We've always had a focus in the laning phase in NA specifically, and I think even more so now, I feel Europe has an even more extreme kind of look on the laning phase. It used to be that NA a couple of years ago was the laning like region, like everyone wanted to win the lanes and snowball, but I feel like it's kind of the opposite. It feels like Europe is like super snowball-y, and NA is more like some mid-game scale thing going on. To answer your question, we often get like a little bit exposed when we play against some European teams because they have like new tech in some like the laning phase, I would say, that you don't really get to experience in playing in NA. So I think that helps us improve like continuously over time. So that's the benefit of being in the East Coast of NA, so you can actually play European teams.
That makes sense. And, obviously you've been practicing a lot. You have some scrims to go to. So I have one final question before we let you go. When you look at all the teams that are around the world, especially some of the European teams, is there a specific player that you look up to and you're like, hey, this is a person that I need to learn from as much as humanly possible. This is a person I need to try and emulate if I can?
It used to be Matu, I think. I don't know who it is now. I used to really enjoy watching Matu play because he would always be playing kind of different than the other carries, I would say. Like he kind of had his own flow. I don't feel like he was affected by other things going on by like maybe some person's trying to do some like SF no Q build with stats or something, but he would always stay true to like what he thinks is right. So I always appreciated that. As of now, I don't really know. I would have said Ame as well, but then those two guys are out, so I have to find that person now.
You have to be that person.
Probably
be
the
that
closer.
person,
It's
yeah.
gonna be Mickey or something.
Okay. Actually, one more question. One more. Track recommendation. Give us a song for us to listen to. For the RTZ fans and the fiends in chat, what should they be listening to while they're trying to practice to become the next you?
Okay, let me check Spotify right now. 1 sec. I think it's still the same song I was spamming on my stream, like at the end of December. IU Lilac. It's a good song.
Okay. Are you Lilac? Everybody in chat, listen out for that one. Make sure that you're spamming it as well.
Also a song called Super Tuna by Jin.
By
That's
Jin.
the song.
Okay. Super Tuna. I think we'll probably try. We'll see if we can pay some royalties to play that during the break. But thank you so much, RTZ, for your time. And obviously, good luck going forward. We hope to see you not just do well in the region, but do well potentially in the major. So good luck, have fun, and we'll talk to you later.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Take care.
I would like nothing more than to plant myself in the sunshine next to a cool stream.